name is Kailey. This is a 50-minute vinyasa style yoga practice today. Thank you for joining me. Please meet me on your mat on your back when you're ready. You can step the feet down underneath the knees if that feels most comfortable for you. Or alternately, you can bring the soles of the feet together or extend the legs long. So figure out what's going to feel most supportive for the pelvis. For me, that's feet down, knees up today. And then settle in. You can bring a hand to your belly, a hand to your heart, just resting the palms on the torso. Breathe in and breathe out here. Get really connected with the body. 2 more long breaths. You can find a pause at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. One more deep, clear breath into the nose, let the belly feel like you're filling up a balloon here. Open your mouth, just let it go. Maybe you feel the hips release a bit. Bring the arms into a goalpost shape here, and then windshield wiper the knees side to side. Think slow and small movements to start. I always like to start by resetting the pelvis. You can get kind of locked up back in the lower back, right, and in the hips. So we're just going to ease into some mobility before we play with huge range of motion stuff. All right, keep the feet centered underneath the knees, tuck the tailbone toward the knees, and then lift your hips coming into your glute bridge. Your arms can come down by your side, palms facing down is kind of a nice option. You can do whatever feels most comfortable with the arms here. Squeeze through the glutes gently, starting to fire up through the back of the body, that posterior chain. Lift, take another deep breath in. And then lower down slowly as you exhale. Take the arms back up overhead this time. Interlace your fingers. Press the palms away from you, opening up the underarms and the side body. Big breath in. Exhale, lift the hips, and then keep that clasp in the hands, but take your palms to face the ceiling. If you happen to be outside, maybe face the sky. So we're going to open up the palms of the hands. Notice any sensation there before we put some weight on the wrists. One more deep inhale. Exhale and release that down. Bring your knees to your chest. Circle the knees a few times in both directions over the hips. Maybe finding a little bit more range of motion, switch the direction of those circles. And then meet me on your hands and your knees. So we're going to rock and roll or shift to the side. Find a tabletop position. Set up with the wrists under the shoulders. Circle the shoulders over the wrists. At the same time, the hips are going to be circling over the knees, right? Switch the direction of those circles. Breathe in, breathe out. Come through the center. Tuck the tailbone under, tuck the chin toward the chin. Finding your cat stretch here. Give your head a gentle little shake or a little nod. Notice if you've got the teeth clenched or the jaw really tight. Soften or round that jaw hinge. Scoop the tailbone toward the ceiling. Inhale as you find your cow stretch. Look slowly from the right shoulder to the left shoulder. Come back to cat. Exhale the breath here. And then cow again. Inhale as you find space across the collarbones. Take 2 more here, moving with your breath. Noticing the muscles alongside the spine, from the lower back all the way up through the base of the skull. Awesome. Find a nice neutral spine in your tabletop position. You're going to keep the right knee bent. I'll turn to the side in a second. Keep the right knee bent, but lift the right knee out to the right. So finding some external rotation in that right hip. Knee comes out to the right. And then extend the right leg out to the right. Turn the right toes down and the right heel up. And then lower the right toes, just the big toe maybe, to the mat. Stick with me. I know it's a little different. We're going to lift that leg. Give your outer hip a little squeeze there. Keep the right hand down. And then tap the right toes down. So lift, pause. Tap and lift, pause. tap and lift pause. Keep going just like that. We're not going to do a ton, but we want to activate this outer edge of the hip. There's some muscles there that tend to need a little bit of heads up that we'd like their participation. All right. Bring that right leg back behind you, keeping it long. Bring it all the way over to the left side of your mat. Finding a side stretch here. You can root down through the left hand. Maybe the right arm comes up and forward, bringing that side bend all the way up. Take a deep breath in. Right hand down. Exhale your right knee to your right elbow. Little oblique action there. Take that leg back. Inhale as you look over your left shoulders. Right toes tap down. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. One more like that. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, last little oblique crunch here. Right leg goes back again. This time bring the right knee down behind the left knee. Right knee down behind the left knee. Separate the feet and then start to walk your hands back until you can have a seat. Adjust for a moment here as needed. It's got a big stretch going on in the sides of the hips. Reach the arms up. Breathe in. And then twist to the left, right hand toward that left knee, left fingertips back behind you. 3 deep breaths here, lengthening the spine on the inhale, feeling into that gentle rotation, that spiral, all the way up through the spine as you exhale. 2 more. It may feel good to move the head and the neck around gently here. Finish that last exhale. Look forward. Inhale. Bring the hands down under the shoulders. Untangle the knees. And then give your hips a little wag side to side. So knees down, hips wag. We're going to try that out on the left. So left knee stays bent to start, but open that hip externally. Kick the left leg out to the side. Then tap the left toes down. Left heel is lifting. Lift, hold. Quick down, quick up and hold. Quick down, quick up and hold. Keep going. So that little pause at the top, you're going to feel some firing of the muscles in the outside of the left hip and thigh. That's what we're here for. It's going to help us with side to side movements later in practice. All right, in 3, we're going to take that left leg to the right in 2. And 1, left leg stays long, but bring it back behind you and then over to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Root down into the right hand. Maybe the left arm stretches forward. Nice long breath in. Left hand down 3 times, left knee, left elbow on the exhale. Inhale, take it back, take your time, find the stretch. Exhale, bring the knee to the left elbow. Once more, breathe in. Breathe out. The leg is going to come long, a little bit over to the right so that you can bring the left knee behind the right knee. Separate the feet a bit and walk your hips back. You might have to rock around. I was feeling kind of trying to create a little nest here. So nestle in, arms up on an in-breath. Twist to your right. 3 cycles of breath here. One more long breath in. Stay for that exhale. Forward on the inhale, we're going to release back to hands and knees. This time, meet me in downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under if you need to lose a layer. Pedal out your down dog when you get there. Give your head a gentle little shake. Really root down into your hands and your feet. So push the palms down. And that nice length in the back. Totally okay to have the knees bent and the heels lifted. Prioritize your spine feeling comfortable in every single shape. So the spine is the factor that we're going to focus on as much as possible. Everything else falls into place after the spine. Right, look toward the top of the mat, walk your feet up between your hands, kind of ragdoll. Feet at least hips distance, perhaps even a little bit wider. You can catch the crooks of the opposite elbows. Find any arm variation really that works for you here. Take a couple deep breaths. You can play around with bending into the knees and moving the stretch into the back of the lower back, or straightening the legs and moving the stretch into the hamstrings, the back of the thighs. Release your fingertips down, heels with the feet just a little closer together. So see if you can keep the ankles right underneath the heels here. And then soft bend into the knees. We're going to slowly roll it up. Chin will be the last thing to lift. Once your head's upright, take the arms up overhead. Full body stretch there as you breathe in. Look forward, or maybe even start to take your eyes up. And then hinge at the hips, soften the knees as you exhale. Take it back into that forward fold, but keep reaching the fingertips back behind you. So we're going to a little shoulder opener there. Come back up to standing. Inhale, arms up. So we're going to move like this a couple times. Exhale, fold it forward, bending at the knees and the hips. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take two more here. Let's see if you can smooth this movement out. Be real deliberate with your breath. After this last big stretch, pause at the top, and then bring your hands to your heart. Let your eyes soften down, the shoulders relax onto the back. Feel your feet underneath you, feel the crown of the head lengthening up. And feel the container of your body, that your breath and your energy is moving within. To set an intention for your practice, a nice place to do so. I'll offer the intention of really practicing, like being in the creative space, right? So we're moving, we're creating, transforming maybe some mental or emotional discomfort into something a little bit more elevated or peaceful for you, or kind. We're going to start with just kind. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Blink the eyes open, arms up on the in-breath. Forward fold as you exhale. Surya Namaskara, that's our sun salute. Lift up halfway and breathe in. Plant the hands, plank pose. Step the feet to the back of the mat. Pause in your first plank. Press the palms down through the mat. And then energetically imagine that you're bringing the thumbs to touch. So thumbs are pointing toward the inside, and then energetically squeezing. Feel your pecs light up. Shift onto the toes. Take a breath in. Lower all the way down. Elbows go straight back behind you. We've got 3 cobra roll-ups here. Inhale, hover the hands, lift the chin. Exhale, lower the forehead down. 2 more cobra roll-ups. If you want to add a little bit of rotation into the neck, look over the right shoulder. Exhale it down. Cobra roll up, last one here. Inhale, maybe you look to the left. Exhale, forehead to the neck. Come through upward facing dog or cobra through the middle. As you breathe in, press the palms down, send the chest forward, and then downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose when you get there. Soft jaw here, let it go. Lift the heels, look forward. We're going to do 2 more sun salutes. Empty the breath, step or walk to the top. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise with the inhale, focus on the breath. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, that's your high to low push-up, all the way to the belly or halfway down in chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra, just one this time through the center, breathe in. Down dog as you breathe out. Breath in. Breath out. Last sun salute, lift the heels, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top. Halfway stretch, listen to your body there, breathe in. Forward fold and exhale. So as little force as possible. Rise with the inhale, every single transition, every single posture, forward fold with the exhale. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Here's another opportunity if you want to hop to chaturanga as you breathe out. I don't think I'm going to do any more of those in this practice. Lift the chest, take a breath in. Down dog as you breathe out. Root down through your hands when you're in downward facing dog. We're going to build a flow here. The right leg comes up. And then just like we did on hands and knees, bring the right leg out to the right. Turn the right heel up, tap the right toes down to the right outside of your mat, and then lift back up. If you're like me and you're near a wall, you might need to give yourself a little bit more space. Tap and lift, tap and lift. Couple more, keep pressing your chest toward your left leg. It's a little bit of a torturous move. Know that there's a purpose to it, right? For 3, for 2, last one, take that leg up and then take a big step with your right foot outside of your right hand. Lower the left knee down when you get there, find your lizard lunge. Totally great place to hang out with the palms down and focus on relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Also might be worthwhile to bring the elbows down onto the mat if that feels good, or to play around with back stroking your right arm and catching your left foot. So we can find just a little bit more space in the body here. Take another breath in. And then exhale, if you lower the elbows, come to the palms. If you lower the back knee, lift it up. We're going to step back to plank pose and then flow through your vinyasa. And flowing through the vinyasa could mean just going from plank to down dog, or even skipping plank. Do that little warm up on the left. Inhale the left leg. Open the hip externally, so there's this abduction that's happening in that hip, and then tap and lift. Tap and lift. That little pause at the top is the sweet spot. So I do not care how fast you go here. I care if you can feel some muscle fibers activating, getting ready to support you. Lift high, breathe in, and then step outside of the left hand lizard on this side. Settling into whatever variation is going to be most productive for your body. So you haven't already really committing right now that this practice be about caring for yourself, maybe even celebrating what your body can do, not punishing yourself, not beating yourself up. If you added a bind or you came onto the forearms, oh, the sun's coming out. You can come back to the palms. High plank, take a big breath in, flowing through meet and downward facing dog. I know we said we were going to put a flow together. I wanted one more warm up. Here's our flow. Right leg up on an inhale. Right foot steps forward on the exhale. We're going to come all the way into crescent lunge here. Take the arms up, that back heel stays lifted. Pause and set your eyes to one spot in front of you. From Crescent Lunge, we're going to take Warrior 2. With the back heel down, eyes stay forward as you bring the right hand forward. Set your gaze over your right fingertips. So the shoulders dropping out of the ears. Pivot your back heel up. Start to rotate to the right. Keep the arms wide. We're going to find an open arm Crescent Twist. So that prep work we did in the glutes, maybe starting to pay off a little bit here. Take that left arm up, finding a revolved crescent, right hand. Bring, the back of the hand might come to the small of the back. That's a nice spot for a lot of folks. Or you can bring your right fingertips to the outside of the left thigh. Let's deep breath in. prayer twist to the right. Left elbow's gonna hook that right thigh. Instead of thinking about cranking, see if you can strengthen from the middle, from your core. So that cylinder that's your torso, use that more than you're using the left elbow. So you want those stabilizer bits of the body to be firing, supporting. From here, here's the tricky part. We're gonna find a one-leg mountain at the top. So bring that left knee up, bring the arms up. Here you are in your single-legged mountain. Bring the hands to your heart. We're gonna find horse pose. Step your left foot out to the left. Knees bend, sink into it. You do not need to have the toes and the knees way out in a straight line unless you're like a prima ballerina or something. Do what's going to be comfy on your knees. Little pulses down here. Slow little pulses down. We're going to rotate to the back of the mat. You can keep watching the screen for a second if you want a visual before you do it. We're going to rotate to the back of the mat and find a little knee driver move. So the palms are going to come toward this left thigh. Pivot the right heel up. Keep the left foot the way it is. The hips are going to point in line with the left toes. Bring that right knee in and tap it back. Right knee in, tap it back. Right knee in, tap it back. This time, horse again. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Other side, back heel pivots. Interlace your hands above your right thigh. Left knee in, step it back. In, back, one more. Horse. 3 pulses, and then we take it to the back. 3 knee drivers, and then we take it back to horse. 3, 2, to the front on 1, 3, 2, hold this last one, 1. Here's airplane pose. Pick that left leg back. Ooh. Turn the left hip and the left knee to point down, and then tuck the tailbone just a little bit so that it's pointing more toward your right heel than toward the ceiling. From your reverse warrior, or from your airplane pose, there was a little foreshadowing. Reverse your warrior, step the left foot back. Inhale that right arm up and overhead. And then cartwheel your hands, step it back, flow through to downward facing dog, or skip that vinyasa and go straight into your down dog. Breathe in. Open your mouth, let it go. Left side, here we come. Inhale that left leg up. Step the left foot through Crescent Lunge over here. If Crescent Lunge is really not your jam, you can absolutely take Warrior One instead. So pivoting that back heel down as opposed to spinning that back heel up makes the transition a little bit different, but it's absolutely okay. Warrior Two, set the eyes over your left fingertips as you stretch the arms away from the body, pivoting that back heel down if it wasn't already. Arms stay wide, keep working that stretch across the chest. Spin the back heel up as you rotate the chest forward and then all the way over to the left. It's totally okay if it's a little bit wobbly. Focus on your core, focus on the trunk stabilizers and the legs. Revolved crescent, right arm up, left hand might come to the small of the back or it might come to the outside of the right hip. Find some space in the spine here as you breathe in. And then prayer twist to the left. Lift strong through the muscles in the back of your right knee. Back leg is active. Notice if your jaw is trying to do this pose for you, see if you can soften. Here comes our single leg mountain, big balance transition. Ooh, right leg up, my goodness. Reach up through the arms and the fingertips. And then we've got horse on this side. Step that right foot back, bring your hands to your heart. So the pattern here is going to be 3 pulses down, pivot to the back, 3 knee drivers, back to horse for 3 pulses down, pivot to the front for 3 knee drivers. And don't worry if you're not doing exactly 3, we're just switching, going through that 2 times. So here comes our last one to the front. Meet me in airplane at the top of the mat. Do a little hip check, do a little knee check. Where's your right knee pointing? Can you turn it down a bit more? Reverse warrior, deep breath in, cartwheel it down, flow through your vinyasa. We'll be in downward facing dog, and then we're going to put that together. One breath, one motion. We'll add in a little something interesting in our vinyasa. Right leg comes up, breathe in. Right foot forward, breathe out. Crescent lunge, finish your inhale. Warrior two, exhale, eyes forward. Take a deep breath in, find a stretch across the chest, and then rotate to the right as you exhale for your open arm crescent twist. Inhale that left arm up, find some space in the spine. Prayer twist to the right, just for your exhale. Single-legged mountain, breathe in, lift the left knee, reach the arms up. Horse pose as you breathe out. 3 pulses down, 3 to the back. 3 pulses down, 3 to the front. And then we repeat that. Whew. 3 pulses down, take it to the back. Horse to the front. First 3, 2, airplane on 1, airplane pose. Woo, find your balance. Full breath in, full breath out. Reverse warrior, inhale, opening. High push up and pause. Pause in your plank pose. Drop the knees straight down, not underneath the hips, but straight down. Tuck the tail toward the knees. Bend the elbows a third of the way, and then straighten the arms. We're gonna do that 3 times here. 2, last 1. Straighten the arms, lift the knees. Lower the knees, lift the knees for 3. For 2. Last 1, knees up or down. Flow through your vinyasa. Left side, inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, step through. Crescent, breathe in. Warrior two, exhale. Stay for the breath in, find that stretch and that alignment. And then start rotating back heel and arms to the left. Right arm up, inhale. Prayer twist, exhale. Back leg is strong. One-legged mountain on the in-breath. Horse pose, here we go. Pulse it down to get to the back on 1. Knee drivers, take it to horse. To the front on 3, 2, 1. Knee drivers for 3, 2. Horse on 1, pulse 3, 2, 1. Once more, go back. 3, 2. You could move slower than this. 1. Horse, last time. And then knee drivers here. So slow it down. If that feels better in your body today, you might be getting way more out of that. It's harder. Airplane pose when you're ready. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Reverse warrior. Inhale it up and open. High push up. Drop the knees. Elbows back a third of the way for 3. For 2. For 1, straighten the arms, lift the knees, lower the knees for 3. For 2, for 1, high plank, breathe in. Exhale and flow through. 1 more round like that. Right leg up on an inhale. Step it forward. Crescent, breathe in. Warrior 2, breathe out. Take a breath in, lengthen through the crown of the head. Rotate, open, arm twist as you exhale. Revolved crescent, left arm reaches up. If you need more, look up. Prayer twist to the right. If you need more, look past your right shoulder. One-legged mountain, inhale, lift. Last time on this side, horse pose. Pulse it fast or slow for 3. Go to the back on 1, 2, and 1. Knee drivers, 3. Take it to the horse on 1, 2, and 1. Horse pose, pulse for 3. We're going forward, 2, On one, take it forward. 3, 2, horse on one. Last time, pulse. Pulse until we do the other side. To the back. 3, 2, 1, horse. 3, 2, 1 to the front. 3, 2, airplane on one. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Reverse your warrior. We're going to add on here. Breathe in. Find triangle. Straighten out the front knee. Reach the right hand forward. Let that left side of the pelvis kind of pop up and open. And then you can find your Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Pick the variation that works for you. So for me, bringing my hand pretty high up on the right shin, right below the right knee feels good. You might have a block nearby. And then bring some awareness into the neck. Lengthen the spine, including the neck. Reach the crown of the head away from the breastbone. And then let your right ear kind of dangle toward your right shoulder. And then neck back through neutral. Take that left arm forward here. Breathe in. We're going to find pyramid. So square the chest. And bring the hands maybe to interlace around that right shin or onto blocks. Step the left foot forward, and now so that you can bring both heels down and then square through the hips and pelvis. You might even bring your hands onto the pelvis and use the peace fingers of your right hand to press that right hip crease back. Fold forward over that front leg. 2 more deep breaths. Close your eyes, really feel into the stretch. Finish your exhale here. Shift the weight toward the front foot. Walk the hands forward just a little bit. It's going to help the balance. Take that left leg up so you're in your standing split. For you, it might look like an L. For me, it feels better like an L today. You can take the leg high if that's feeling good in your body. We're going to do a little tap. So flex that top foot. Left foot flex. Left toes to the right heel or the right Achilles. Lift and lower. Not about moving fast, not even about the range of motion. How much can you control this movement? So if there was like a very clear stop point, very consistently, could you stop that top heel at the same spot? We're going to take this into Malasana, which is yogi squat at the top. Bring the feet nice and wide, heels and toes out, and then sink the hips down. Bring the hands to your heart. 3 deep breaths here. Feel the tailbone lengthening down. Feel the crown of the head lifting up, so the backside of the neck is really long here. 1 more deep breath in. Fingers down, hips up as you exhale. Heel toe the feet a bit closer together. Find your halfway stretch and breathe in. Step or jump back to low push-up. Through your vinyasa. I said I wasn't going to do that anymore in this class. To downward facing dog. I forgot about that. Left leg lifts. My body reminded me. Breathe in. Step forward as you breathe out. It's like that, right? Inhale, the arms come up. It's a relationship. We forget stuff. We're reminded. Exhale, warrior 2. Full breath in through the nose. Start that twist to the left as you exhale. Right arm up. Breathe in. Pray your twist to the left. Just for the breath out. 1 leg mountain. Inhale the arms and the right knee. Now it's the last time for real. Horse pose. Pulse it down. We'll take it to the back on 3, 2, 1. It's a little longer set. Knee drivers to the back for 3. Take it to horse in 2 and 1. Horse, pulse it low. We'll take it to the front on 3, 2, 1. Take it forward. Knee drivers for 3, 2. Horse on 1. Pulse. Pulse, we're going to the back in 3, 2, 1. Here, 3, 2, 1. Last horse, pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. Relax the arms if you need. 5, 4, 3, 2. To the front on 1, 3, 2, 1, airplane pose. Huge inhale. Stay for the exhale. Reverse warrior. Big breath in. Create some space with the breath. And then triangle. Straighten the left leg. Right arm comes up. How can you create a little bit more connection here? Maybe feel into the soles of the feet. Bring some energy up the inner seams of the legs, or create some more alignment in your spine to find some comfort there. Keep the top arm forward. Breathe in, stretching out from your back ankle all the way to your top wrist. And then find your pyramid. So square the chest. Step, drag, hop the right foot forward until you can keep both heels down. Fold forward over that left shin. Totally okay to bring your left peace fingers or your left thumb into that left hip crease and just encourage that left side of the pelvis back. Home stretch. We've got those standing split variation business. A little bit more at the top of the mat, and then we're going to be on the back, starting to pull it down again. So shift forward for your standing split. Hands come forward a bit. Lift the right leg. Flex the right foot. Tap the right toes to the left heel. And then pick a point in space where you want that right heel to end. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep going like that again. Control the movement. So we're building lots of awareness in the joint space, lots of trust, hopefully, with the connective tissue and the skeletal muscle, particularly around the hamstrings, which is why it's not about getting the biggest range of motion. Mobility is way more valuable over a lifetime than flexibility and range flexibility. We're going to take it back into Malasana at the top on 3, 2, Malasana at the top on 1, heels in, toes out. Hands to your heart, let the eyes close. Feel free to find a little bit of a rock side to side, shifting the weight from foot to foot. Let everything just, nervous system, not quite done yet, but giving your body a chance to regroup. Breath in, big breath out. Bring the hips down. Fun little transition, just optional. If you can balance on your sit bones, find the big toes with your peace fingers. And this is totally optional. We're going to meet in happy baby, however you want to get there. If you're on hardwood, be real careful and real tender. Use some core support as you roll it back slow. Ooh. Meeting in happy baby. You might let the eyes close or the gaze, the focus soften onto one spot. Maybe even close the eyes most of the way so there's just like a little crack between the eyelids for some light to enter. Right. Bring the right knee into the chest. Let the left leg stretch out on the mat in front of you, or you can bend the left knee and foot down if that's better in your back and your pelvis. Circle the right ankle a couple times in both directions. And bring the chin toward the chest, like you're holding an orange between your chin and your sternum. And then roll the shoulders up, bringing your nose toward that right knee. Start to engage the core, hover your left leg. If the left foot was down, you're going to kick it out and hover, and then switch knees. Switch, switch. Go at like a 45-degree angle here instead of trying to bring that leg parallel. If you do 45-degree angle, you're going to get more core. If you do more parallel, totally your choice. You're just getting a little bit more hip flexor. Keep the shoulders off the floor if you can. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, flex the abs for 3, 2, we're going to keep the left knee in at the chest this time. Left knee stays in. Slowly lower the shoulders, the neck and the head, lower the right leg. Rotate the left ankle. Switch directions. We've got round 2 of that. Tuck the chin toward the chest. Roll the shoulders up. Press the back of the ribs down. Float the right leg. And then we take it side to side. 20, 19, 18. Go at whatever pace helps you feel strong in your abdominals. Whatever range of motion is going to help you feel successful here. Last 10, 9. We're taking it to bridge on 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Little burn. 1. Feet down, hips up. Bridge pose. See if you can lengthen your breath without forcing it. One more big inhale, lift, lift, lift. Lower, down, slowly. Reach the arms back over your head. Long inhale through the nose, fill up the belly, the chest. Open your mouth, let it go. Take a spinal twist and then Shavasana, so bring the knees into the chest. And drop the knees over to the right. T or cactus through your left arm. The nose can point straight up at the ceiling or nod your chin toward your right shoulder. And take one more long breath in the twist on this side. And gently bring the head and the knees through center. Pause in the middle for a moment. Let your pelvis recalibrate. So we're not just wrenching it from side to side. It's very deliberate and mindful. And then take your twist over to the left. So we built up a little bit of stress in the body. Exercise is inherently stressful. We use stress hormones, adrenaline, cortisol to do some sort of movement like this, and that's a productive form of stress as long as it's in balance. So this portion of your workout or your practice is really important opportunity to give the body a chance to start to move back toward homeostasis. Right? Stress is great if it's dosed appropriately. We don't want to be sedated by life, but constant chronic stress is just way too much on our bodies. So giving yourself a chance to start to shift into that relax, repair mode as you work your way into Shavasana. Meet me in Shavasana. And take a traditional alignment here if that's feeling great in the body with your legs extended and your arms extended about 45 degrees away from the spine. You can also take Shavasana anywhere where you feel some ease. So that might be laying on your side or your belly or sitting up against a wall. Just do what works for you. We'll be here for about 40 seconds. Let the body become still. Know that you're supported. Know that you've done enough. To take some deeper breaths into the body and some gentle movement, perhaps nodding the head slowly from side to side or rotating the wrists or the ankles. It always feels good to me to slide the feet down underneath the knees and stretch the arms back overhead. And then take your time to transition up to seat. Meet me in the seat. Be real patient with your body. So we're not going to move back into jerking ourselves around. Might happen, but see if you can keep this like mindful connection to your body with you for as long as possible. Bring the hands around heart space. Join me in just one last moment, thanking yourself for taking some time to practice, acknowledging yourself for carving out the space in your day, letting it be somehow supportive for you. So trust that there's a benefit that you're receiving from this, and then breathe in, lift the shoulders into the ears. Hold the breath just for a moment at the top, and then exhale, let it go. Awesome to have you with me. Thank you for your practice. If you have questions, please reach out. I'm here for it.